Yo, he coming hard.
Time for this real talk, like Saturday night, we live, we outside, vibing in them orange and blue skies. Cause it's the truest God in the streets of the city that never sleep. Getting you geek, right before the New York Knicks compete. Don't be on that spot like the Knicks shit. We dripping the Knicks drip, take a trip, get with SP Staten Island up in this bitch. Cause it's the brand, you understand how we do, my man. There's no propaganda, always stand on business for the Knicks brand. Me and SP, feet tapping in the streets of Manhattan. Be peeping the action, right before Knicks in the heat, get it cracking. It's game time, time to find in the world most famous arena. It's about to lock your team up, acting serving just like a subpoena. You know the demeanor, Knicks fans feeling real giddy and litty. Cause New York City gritty, committed to beat the city by 50. About to give me a nice slice, nice with all types of swipe. Get a smart water ice to play the order with my smart device. We in the city so nice, they made it twice. We get a poppin' in the afterlife, got the whole metropolitan stomping on their Apple Watch. And this real talk, game streaming on YouTube.com. The truth dudes a good move, spot on, dropping bombs. With a carpet, we got a spot sit, dropping that hot shit. Content that we have visions up in your head, enough said. You know, us stand up the guard, niggas about to get in their bag. Go back and cash if I triad or jet.
Knicks real talk right here. I'm representing with my peoples right here. Knicks real talk right here. I'm representing with my peoples right here.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Salute. What's good? Knicks Real Talk, the playoff push episode, Divine Shop Powers. We in the building to bring you a little bit of Knicks content by the Knicks off for the the All-Star Weekend festivities, man. So we're gonna get it here, talk about the last quarter of the season. Knicks about to move on into the playoff push, man. See what's gonna pop about that. We're gonna get into all that stuff, talk about it and everything like that. But first and foremost, let me bring in my brother, man. Shop Powers, what's good, my man?
Salute to you, Divine. Salute to the chat. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Johnny Davis was good, my man. Appreciate you coming in. So everybody out there, wherever you watch this streaming in from, checking us out. Well, yeah, we in the building, man. This All-Star Weekend, ladies and gentlemen. New York Knicks have actually been on a sabbatical for a little while because they had a chance to take it easy, get some little time off like the rest of the NBA because of the All-Star Weekend. So like I said, we off for a while. We get back at it Thursday against the Philadelphia 76ers. We're going to talk about our schedule as we move forward to the last quarter of the season, you know, and all that good stuff. And other than that, man, been a quiet weekend, you know, without no Knicks basketball. It's been kind of crazy. So I'm glad that we want to get in here and have it to chop it up with our fan base and all our people who support our show. So we ain't here tonight, man, to get it popping, man. We're going to take it on up to the All-Star game. We're going to see Jalen Brunson in the game and all that good stuff. But other than that, man, the Knicks just really resting their bones, man. We wounded warriors. We walking warriors wounded like crazy. So, you know, it's been a good week off for these guys to kind of get their bodies healed the best they can. Some of them can get it done quickly. Some are going to still prolong for a little while. But the good thing about it, they had a chance to rest their bodies, man. They had a chance for the guys who the new acquisition to get a chance to get a little film study, get a little workout. Get a little workout in. Mina Bogdan, Mina Alex Burks, new guy. So it's kind of cool for all that to happen. So I'm excited about it. But I can't wait till Thursday to chop out and ready to get back at it for sure.
Yeah, man. The biggest thing about this ROR right now is that now you'll get to see Bogdan and Alec Burks get a little bit more acquiesced to the lineup and how they're going to run things and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And we got some things coming back. We got some guys coming back, and we'll be able to fair weather a little better than what we have been doing in the last 4 games. Projected to see DiVincenzo back, Bogdan back, and also Isaiah Hartenstein. So that'll give us some strength back. 3 more of the rotational guys that Tom Thibodeau is in Tom Thibodeau's circle of trust. So just to get some guys back out there, get them more acclimated with Alec Burks and Bogdan. And the biggest thing I'm going to say today, watch out for Bogdan, man. He hasn't really got into this groove with the Knicks yet, but he is a big time player, man. He's definitely not an Evan Fournier. That's one thing for facts. He's not Evan Fournier. He can stay in front of some players, and he's a little bigger, man. 6'7", 6'8". And let's see what he can bring to the table when his number is called.
Yeah, real talk, man. Salute to the chat and everybody out in the building. Ron, man, thank you for having us on. Yo, if y'all didn't get to see Ron's show the other day, he had the
marathon.
panel. That thing was lit. He did a marathon. Hope you got enough rest, my brother, because you held it down all day yesterday. So salute to my man Ron, man, for having us on. Everybody, man, we had everybody in the building. It was fun, man. Real talk. So let's hope that you can continue doing it some more, Ron. But good look yesterday, man. We appreciate you for that, my brother. Real talk. But salute, peace to the God of our wide, Johnny Davis. I'm Norican. What's good? Linda Lynn. Good to see you. What's good? What's good? I'm glad to see you in the chat.
Man, what's going on?
I know you up, you live, and hopefully you well. Man. I appreciate you, Linda Lynn. But yeah, man, it's like I said, it's All-Star Weekend tonight. After looking at the dunk contest and the 3-point shootout thing, Jalen Brunson had it going for a little while. He hit one more. He probably would have gone to the next round. Obviously the big highlight was Anescu and Steph Curry. That was pretty dope too. You know what I mean? She was lighting it up. Shoot to New York Liberty. Steph Curry did what he had to do. Chef cooking with the pot, though. He went and did what he had to do and won the thing, but it was all good. And I think Jacob Toppin should have got a little bit more better ratings than he did get. I think that dunk contest was kind of but salute to Jacob Toppin for representing the orange and blue in the New York fan base, man. He was out there showing, proving. I like his dunks. I thought Jalen Brown's not so much to me. I thought it should have been Toppin and McLong, you asked me, to be honest with you. But salute to him anyway. Obviously that's the bias in us Knicks fans and all that good stuff. But Jacob Toppin had some good dunks. I like that with that 360 behind his leg and threw it in there, had OB sneakers on. But it was, man. I think he should have been him and McLaurin in the finals, but we leave that for another day. It's all good. TW Flash was good. Salute. But other than that, it was good, man. Jaden Brunson, got to that last money ball rack. He needed about one more out of them last three. He needed one more, man. And Jalen Brunson, but salute to Jalen Brunson, man, because he was stroking the ball too. And like I said, it's just good to see the orange and blue out there All-Star Weekend in Indiana. I think it's huge for not only the Knicks organization, the Knicks fans. It's good for us too as content creators. Them guys being out there All-Star Weekend representing the Knicks fan base, man, just giving us a little bit more national attention. So it was a good overall. I really, really think that was going to be was awesome to see, man. And not only that, Shaw Power, Jalen Brunson with the politicking. You know what I mean? Yeah. Jalen Brunson with the politic, he get the politic with all the top dogs in the game. You know what I mean? At least from an All-Star perspective. So I think that's cool. That's why I'm so glad that he was voted in. And salute to my man Julius Randle. Obviously can't play because he's injured. But it's always good to see the New York Knicks out there on the national stage, man, because we got some good players and they showed it yesterday, man. So salute to Jalen Brunson. Like I said, he didn't get to win it, but like I said, he was there. You know what I mean? That's the most important thing. Him and Donovan Mitchell, them chopping it up and all that good stuff. So it was cool. You know what I mean, and all that good stuff. But for our squad, we had a week off, ladies and gentlemen, almost a week off. Got to get the rest a lot of the sore bones, and all the nicks and bruises. So my man Tone Crow, right. We get the nicks and bruises healed up a little bit more better. Hopefully, the guy who's been out an extended period of time, and I see this tweet from Mr. Robinson, ladies and gentlemen. He had put I'm standing on business. And he was, man, this cat looking like he ready to come back here and tear up some shit. So that's a good thing too, man. So let's see how it goes, man. But you know what? What a good week off. It couldn't have came at a better time with all the injuries that we had. You know what I mean? Whether some of them be minor, whether some be major, it still gave him enough time, shot power to heal a little bit and get into a group in film study, in the gym working. I'm quite sure Bogdan and Alec Burks, getting all the film study in, getting the practice and everything like that while these cats going through the all-star activity. So it couldn't have come at a better time, and I'm excited about that. I'm really looking forward to Thursday, on the 22nd when we play Philly.
Yeah, the time is going to be good, man, especially coming into this week. You know what I mean? If Tom Thibodeau didn't have those guys, he probably didn't mess with them over this much of the weekend. But I'm pretty sure Monday, 8 a.m., they are in the gym. You know what I mean? They're in the gym. They are running their defensive drills. They may try to arise with some new offensive drills for Bogdan and Alec Burks. And that's all we need to do to get those guys acclimated into the system. You know what I mean? Hopefully, like I said, I think we will be getting DiVincenzo back. Hopefully, I think we'll be getting Hartenstein back, and hopefully, I think we'll be getting Bogdan back. So that's three guys that are going to probably be in that rotational 9-man rotational thing that Tom Thibodeau does, and it'll give some guys some rest, and it'll give us some time for the rest of the crew to get back and get healthy. You know what I mean? That's one of the biggest things that we need to do right now is to get healthy, and once we do that, you know what I mean, it's on to the races from there. You know what I mean? And I'm really hard on Tom Thibodeau about hopefully that especially when Randall comes back, Hardenstein, these guys he can start running that 30-18. I mean, the starters play about 30 minutes and the second unit plays 18 minutes and above, you know what I mean? And I think that'll help the guys get back into shape, won't burn the starters out too much, and it'll get the second unit more acclimated on the floor together. And that's exactly what we need to do.
Yeah, real talk. We're going to get into all that stuff, man. Like I said, on itinerary tonight, we're going to talk about on the Knicks schedule. We're going to talk about the NBA standings. We're going to get into the Knicks roster. We're going to talk about Knicks players, Knicks buy. Are they going to be buyers in the buyout market? Or are they going to bring another body on? And as of now, before February 22nd, they got to either sign Todd Gibson and another player. I can't recall who the other player is, but they got to make that decision on them two guys before February
13th, 14th, yeah.
Yeah, so they got to see if they're going to keep Todd Gibson or are they going to let him go or are they going to go into the buyout market, whatever. And I bring up all the names that I see out there in the buyout market. We get into all that as well. But, like I said, but for the injuries, everything we're dealing with that stuff, I think this team's going to be okay, man. I just really think that this All-Star break couldn't come at a better time for the Knicks. It just couldn't come at a better time with the injury that we had. So I'm really looking forward to that. Hey, Allah Wad, real quick. I'm going to go Allah Wad. I want to say over, but I'm so optimistic. I'm going to go Julius Randle back by March 9th. I'm going to go under. I think he might be able to get back before then, man. So I'm going to definitely say that Julius Randle will be back. And I know it's just a homer in me and all that, but I'm gonna go under Allah wide God. I'm gonna go under, man. Let's hope it pop off, man, like that and everything. So that'd be awesome, man. Real talk. Johnny Davis, thank you for the super sticker, my brother, man. Real talk, my brother. We appreciate the support. You already know, my man. Real talk on that one. Listen, everybody, it's been a good season so far, 33-22. We probably would have had a way better record than that one for the injuries, ladies and gentlemen. I think
no question about that.
I think we might would have been right there where Boston at if it weren't for the injuries. I really do, man. Because we were tearing the league up for a while in January, and I think even prior to that, when Mitchell Robinson went down, I still made it pretty tough. But I do think that just let you know how deep our team is. They got guys going to go out, one go in. They got guys can handle positions and all that good stuff, and I'm happy about that. And on another note, ladies and gentlemen, I will open up the chat in a few. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm at the chat, but the panel, everybody can get in, man. We're going to take it all the way up to the All-Star game. So y'all guys can get in here and get your thoughts in. G-Money, whoever want to get in, that's fine. I'm good with it. No problem whatsoever. The door is always open. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm thinking he'd be back before March 9th. So I'm definitely going to go under on that one. And that's going to be huge. I think him and Anunoby might got a chance to come back about the same time, actually.
I'm saying that Friday of March 1st. I'm not sure we have a game that game. But I think March 1st, 2 weeks from today, about 2 weeks from this Sunday. Well, not exactly 2 weeks, about 12 days.
Yep. You know what? And I think the sooner the better, because even if our whole team, which I think they will, get back in March and be able to have a good stretch in April before we close the season out of getting playing together, getting the chemistry and the cohesion together, camaraderie together, back together anyway, and then with Alex Burks and these guys, getting kind of used to Julius Randle and then all these guys, the way they play and the way they get down, I really be thrilled about that, man, because I think it's going to be important going into the playoffs, kind of healthy as we could be per se, because I think and the chemistry there. So I'm really looking forward for the next couple of weeks and all that good stuff, man. I really think it's going to be wonderful to see when these guys get back, because I believe we got a pretty decent team here. I think we're pretty stacked, pretty good here. And I think the move that they made, we got some fan base might not agree, some do agree, but just fine. That's just New York Knicks fans. Some like it this way, some like it that way. Different strokes for different folks. But I'm happy with what we have going into this thing. I really am. Shop House Boulevard said March the 3rd. I'm happy going into the thing what we have, and let's hope that these cats can stay healthy and get in there, man. But man, I'm excited about this. Just by the most I've been excited about a team, since the past season team. You know what I mean? Got to the second round, made some noise, and obviously we lost to Miami 4-2, but we took them to the mat hard as we can. You know, we didn't have enough firepower, and I think this team is better than last year's team right now. As the way we probably constructed, we didn't have Ananobi, we didn't have DiVincenzo, we didn't have Bogdan, we didn't have Alex Burks, we didn't have Precious Achua last year. We got a lot of guys on this team that we didn't have last year. Was on this team last year. We powered to play Boston last year in the Eastern Conference Finals. So I think this is a really good look for the Knicks so far to come out this way, and with the move that they made, Shot Powers, and after doing all this without getting up a first round pick, amazing. I mean, not even relinquishing a first round pick to get these guys in here, and that says something about the way Brock Aller and Worldwide West and all these guys are operating under there, man. They brought in some real strategic dudes in the Knick front office.
Wheeling and dealing facts, and so I'm happy about that, man. So, other than that, man, it's just first of all good to be back on the chat with you guys. Like I said, man, I got to experience a great panel yesterday with Ron, and I think it was beautiful. So, I'm glad to get back on here, me and Shot Powell, to get into talk with our fan base, man. But other than that, Shot Powell, what you looking forward to coming up in the next couple of weeks, man? I know you got to be giddy like me for this thing to get kicked off. I'm just hoping that we could come back slowly but surely. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm hoping that DiVincenzo's back on the 22nd. Our Heart is back on the 22nd. That Bogdan's back on the 22nd. It just gives us more guys that's in Tom's circle of trust that we can win some games. You know what I mean? Until that March 1st/3rd comes. I think that weekend, I think the 1st is a Friday. So, but if he's back by that Sunday, Monday, I'm happy. I don't know when the next time they play, the first game they play in March, but if it's the first, I mean, if it's the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th, I think we'll have some guy. I think Julius may have an appearance in there. You know what I mean? And I'm super optimistic right now. You know what I mean? Because I think as we get back, get our guys back on the floor, and they get back acclimated into the system, I think that there's about 20-something games. What was the games again? 27 games left, Divine?
Left, yes, 27.
Yeah, I think like Divine said, and I like that number that you said, Divine, 17-10. I think we could do something like that. I think we could run a 17-10 from the next 27 games, and that's what I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful for them to get that. But the best way for them to do that is for them to get healthy.
Yeah, real talk. What I got up there, ladies and gentlemen, the New York Knicks injury report. And it's amazing to me. If you look at the bottom, Mitchell Robinson been out since December 21st, and the 21st is in 3 days. So he's been out almost eight weeks. No, more than that, 9 weeks now. So, what was his projected to be at, 6 to 8 weeks?
Yeah.
6 to 8 weeks. So really, he already in the next 3 days, which is, let's say, Wednesday, that'd be almost, 9 weeks. About 9 weeks. So I think you can see him coming around the corner, which is pretty soon.
If you ain't seen the Twitter things, he's already on the slide scale doing his leg work. He's already doing them deep knee bends. It was a couple of things on the X. I don't know where they got it from. I can't remember who was the contributor to put them out there and stuff like that with the pictures. But he's definitely. I seen him on it's a where you put your knee in. It's a slide scale. So you could, and if he's doing stuff like that, he's going to be on the court this week. You know what I mean? That you know what I mean? So we just need, because the first couple of games when he gets back on the court, he's going to be sore, and that foot is going to swell up, no doubt about it, because he hasn't done a lot of that work. That's one of the reasons why I hope Tom Thibodeau gets to that 30, under 30 for the starters and over 18 for the second unit. You know what I mean? This way, some guys in the second unit get 22, 23 minutes, and some guys in the starting unit to get 28 to 30 minutes. You know what I mean? So this way it'll keep the guys a little bit more fresh, get them. Tom Thibodeau has been trying to matriculate this lineup a lot. So this way he can start, putting pieces together for different runs down the lane, playing Bogdan with Bogdan with Precious and having Alec Burks in with Brunson, you know what I mean, stuff like that, you know what I mean, just to try some different lineups on the floor with guys that he trusts. And as soon as Julius Randle pops back, that makes it a little better for us. But also, he's going to get out there in the first couple of games. He's not going to look that great because he's going to get so quick. He's going to, NBA is going to attack his right arm. I hate to say it like that, but they are going to attack that right. They're going to be banging him on that right arm. I know they are. You know what I mean? I know they are. So he's got to be prepared for that too. He's probably going to come back with one of those arm slings, plus with another pressure cushion thing under his shoulder, and plus that long john looking sleeve stuff that they be wearing these days and stuff like that. So and OG right now is probably he already had the operation. I'm pretty sure they don't do no big cuts like they used to do back in the 70s and the 80s. They do everything liposcopic now. So they probably went in there with 3 little scopes and pulled those fragments out. He probably got 3 little holes right around his elbow, somewhere around the elbow to pull those bones out. And they just waiting for it to heal from the inside out. And, that could be a little tedious, but I think he'll be back soon. And we just got a whole lot of things that we just got to be hopeful for and hope that, these guys are still young. They're not up there like me and you, Divine. I remember back in the days, I twist my ankle on the ball court, and the next day I'm out there playing ball again. You know what I mean? And if I walk too hard, my back is hurting right now. So.
Mm-hmm.
Right. If I sit too hard down on the chair, like right now, my back is a little, you know what I mean? So, that's the way, as you get older, you know what I mean? And these guys are more in shape than what I am. And they doing their thing. They got the best athletic trainers and the best masseuse and all those cups that they use. So you see them circle things. That was that, not Enter the Dragon. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the name of the movie right now, but Danielson in it. I can't remember the name of the movie. God, the Karate Kid. Okay. Karate Kid put that cup on him, and he came back out and he finished the matchup. So they got all this nuanced stuff that they using, this holistic stuff that they using, stretching and pulling and all that stuff. They get some of the best of it, especially in New York, with the big hospitals around here and stuff like that. So I'm pretty safe to say that we'll be fine. By the end of March, we should have everybody back. Hopefully, I'm hoping that by the end of March. Going into April, OG, Mitchell Robinson, and everybody else should be back by then.
Yeah, real talk. Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Boulevard, what's good? G Money, Norique, and everybody. Salute to the chat. Y'all already know what it is, man. Andrew, what's good, my brother? Salute to everybody, man. Thank y'all for coming in today, man. Linda Lynn, good to see you as well. Obviously, peace to the God of Allah Wise, Ron, everybody, Johnny David, thank you for the super tuck sticker, my brother. What's good about this whole thing, like Randall been out since February the 1st. So like you said, the first week of March, that'd have been a month. He went out on February 1st. Early March elbow for they got Ananobi, he went out on February the 8th. Then hamstring, obviously DiVincenzo, that's dated that he'd be fine. Him, Bodon, and Hartenstein. Hartenstein is, that's a little concerning because that Achilles has been kind of acting up since the beginning of the season. I don't know, but the good thing about it, like I said, hopefully we be full. The beautiful thing about it, I guess I'm going to try to say, even if he had to kind of linger a little bit going into the playoffs, you do have Pressure Chua who could fill in admirably for that spot. Jericho Sims could fill in, when they have to. So, make no mistake about it. It's definitely the next man up type of team that we have here. And so I'm not too concerned. But once we get all our starter lineup back and our key bench players, and we'll see how it goes. But I think we'd be okay. I'm not too much worried about that whatsoever, man. But other than that, we got hit with the injury bug. We walking wounded. We're walking wounded right now, but we find a way to tread water. Because before all these injuries happened, before Julius Randle and these other guys, we were down there second in the Eastern Conference, won damn near 9 games in a row. We was balling. And then, and like sometimes when you lose your soldiers, man, it's hard to go in the foxhole with guys who don't really know how to be in a foxhole with you. So we lost a lot of our key guys, our snipers and our frontline bullies, and it made the war a little tough. But so we might be losing the battle, but I think we win the war though. So and I'm really happy about that, man. That the way our team is just gutting it out, grinding it out, making no excuses. But like I said, this couldn't come at a better time, obviously, to have this thing, this All-Star break weekend, man. So that was a good timing for us. Walter White was good, my man. He said legs should be fresh for the. Yeah, absolutely, man. You're right about that. That's what at Walter. That's what I'm excited about because I do think these cats can get a lot of rest. And like I said, I'm with Shaw Powell, and I even heard somebody on Ron show, which I was on the same page that they were. I think if you had to pick that player, that impact player, or how they described it on Ron show yesterday, I'm definitely had to go with Bogdan. I think this cat, once he understands Tibbs' system, the way he moves, and, you know, like the last game we played, that last quarter, he lit it up, you know, in that last quarter and everything like that. So I'm super giddy about what's going on, man. Let's hope that we can get this thing popping and all that good stuff. But, you know, one thing I do want to get into, you know, as we do this thing, let's look at our schedule right quick, ladies and gentlemen, and see what the New York Knicks got going on right now, because our schedule is going to be pretty interesting coming out and into the second half of the season. If you look at where we at, and we'll take it there. You know, we coming out the gate, ladies and gentlemen. Tuesday, we got the Philadelphia 76ers. We got to go out there in Philly at the the Wells Fargo Center, go down there, try to get a popping against them. A winnable game. No, I don't know if MB to be back, but I don't know what his prognosis, his status for the rest of the year. You know, but no matter who's there, we down players too, they down players too. So, and I think we got that game. Then the next game Saturday, I'm looking forward to that game, ladies and gentlemen. New York Knicks and Boston Celtics in Beantown. Reason why I'm looking forward to that game, I just want to see how we play them guys. You know what I mean? Win or lose, I want to see how we play them. And we know that's a three-point shooting team, but we got three-point shooters too now. And I want to see how our front line going to deal with Porzingis and all these guys. So it's going to be a really good game, I believe, that one. And then that Monday, we got a Detroit Pistons in New York. We got the New Orleans Pelicans on that Tuesday, a back-to-back, ladies and gentlemen, 26 and 27 in New York. We got the Golden State Warriors, Steph Curry and them coming to town in New York. They've been playing pretty good basketball lately. Obviously, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers, another key game I want to see. They've been playing good ball, but they've been beating a lot of scrubs because you think of the last game they lost to the Sixers by 1, so 2 points. So they lost that game. Then we got the Atlanta Hawks in New York. We got Atlanta payback for the Orlando Magic in New York. Then we got Philly in New York. We got Philly again in New York. And then we go to Portland at Sacramento. We got Golden State at Denver. Then we come back and we got the Brooklyn Nets, Detroit. So if you look at all these games, Shaw Powell, I think we can win that one. Let's just give Boston a toss-up. I think we win Detroit. I think we could beat New Orleans in the Garden. So let me say I'm gonna go 2-1. I'm gonna go 3-1. As long as we at home, I'm gonna pick the win. I'm just gonna put it out there like that. Golden State, I think we can win that one 4-1. Let's say we lose to Cleveland in Cleveland because
March 3rd, we probably get some ammo back by March 3rd.
Okay. So
we might get Julius. He ain't gonna be ready. He ain't gonna be in game shape, but I think we at least get Julius Randle back by that 1st or the 3rd.
Okay. So I'm looking at that. Then I'm at the Golden State game 4-2. 1. Win that one, lose that one, win that one, win that one, win that one. I'm gonna go for 4-1. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go 4-1 at Cleveland. Okay, I'm gonna go 4-2, just hypothetically, because who come back? Atlanta Hawks game at the Garden, 5-2. Orlando Magic payback, 6-2.
We owe them.
Philadelphia versus Philly, 7-2. Versus Philly, 8-2. This is all me now. 9-2, I'm gonna go Portland. Let's say we take an L in Sacramento. Let's say we take an L in Golden State. That's 9-4. Let's say we take take another L in Denver. That's 9-5. We beat Brooklyn 10-5. We beat Detroit 11-5. At Toronto, I still think we beat them 12-5. At San Antonio 13-5. We got Oklahoma City in the Garden.
That's gonna be good. And everybody should be back by then.
So I'm gonna what I had 12-5,
13-5
at Miami. I'm gonna say just take an L, 13-6 versus Sacramento in the Garden, 14-6 at Chicago, 15-6 at Milwaukee, 15-7 at Chicago, 16-7 at Boston. At Boston, 16-8 versus Brooklyn.
No, 17-7. We'll be fully healthy by then. April,
okay.
We should have everybody back and a couple of games under their belt. I think if we lose the early game to them, the second game on the 24th, we definitely win in that game right there.
And then the last 2 games, Brooklyn and Chicago. depending on where we see that, are we resting people? Are we you know, let's see where we at in the last couple of games. We like, no, we got the 4th seed lock, or we got the 3rd seed lock. We ain't worried about it, so we're gonna rest these guys. But I see that right there. We pretty much got the 50 wins. I think that's what that boiled down to me. I think the Knicks get ahead and get that 50 wins. I think a lot of them games is definitely winnable. So I'm going to go out there and say after that schedule, what I counted out, I do think the Knicks get the 50 wins, and we keep it moving from there. So it's going to be interesting to see, man. I'm really excited about this thing moving forward. If we get healthy, we'll be okay. He said, Andrew said, odds are 40-1 for Brunson to win All-Star MVP. I take that bet. Brunson might have got there to smash all the jokers tonight, man. Let's not get it twisted. So, but yeah, man, Chop out at fault the schedule wise. I like our chances to get to where we want to go. And you know, it is not only just getting the 50 wins. You want to make sure. I think 50 wins get you to the 4th seed or better. You know what I mean? And, you know, I don't want to win 50 wins just to win 50 wins. You know, some people say don't worry about the 50 wins. It's not important to get 50. It might not be important to the point. I don't care how many games you win. But if you look at the top of the East, I think you're going to have to be 50 wins to be in the top 4. And that's the reason why I want the Knicks to get 50 wins so they can have that home court advantage in the playoffs. You know what I mean? And I think it's important to have the home court advantage because you get to get 4 games at home and 3 on the road. You know what I mean? And that you never know. We might want to be a 3-3 against somebody, and that pivotal game 7 will be at Madison Square Garden. You know what I mean? So I do think it's really important that we try to get that 50 win just to make sure that we up there with the top 4 in the league so far. You know what I mean? And I think if we do that, it'd be good to go. So, you know, what do you think about that? How you feel? You think you're going to be able to accomplish that with that schedule?
I think so, Devon. At the beginning of the, you know, when we started this season off, I said at the low we'll have 48 wins, which was one more game better than we did last year. You know what I mean? And this was even before the acquisition of OG, Burks, and Bogdan. You know what I mean? And the implement DiVincenzo at the starting shooting guard. And then I said the high would be 52. Okay. You know what I mean? And I think with with a lot of those games coming in March, with you know, these guys coming back, Juice is going to probably be the first one back. Our big guys, and then OG, and then Mitch, and I think they're all going to come back days, if not 1 week from each other. You know what I mean? I think Julius is going to start it maybe. I say the first, so he could be there for that game on the 3rd, and then I think OG will be back that next week, and the week after that, I think Mitchell Robinson will be back by the 17th ish. And I mean. And that's going to just set us up, you know, to go from March, mid-March, all the way to the end of April. And, you know, a lot of these games, I think that the Knicks can win. And there's a lot of games that are teams that are under 500, which we have been pretty much dominating this year. You know, we usually beat a lot of the teams that are under 500. And there's a lot of games that mean something for us, you know, like those Boston games, that Cleveland game. And I mean, it's a lot of games. You know, the not so much the Miami game, but Miami and Chicago, because they're in our conference. You know what I mean? In the East, I mean, you know what I mean? So, you know, those are the teams that we need to beat. You know what I mean? I think we lost the tiebreaker to Milwaukee already, so we don't need to. We need to surpass them by a couple of games, so the tiebreaker doesn't come down in those last games to predict what seed you are, second, third, or you know what seed you are. So we have to really beat teams up. So just in case if we are close by Milwaukee, we are beating them, so we don't have to be even with them and lose to a tiebreaker to them. I think we lost 3 games and 2 games or 3 games so far to them. Correct. Was it 3 games? Something like that, like 3 games. I think 3-1. I think something like that. So we already had lost with a tiebreaker with them. And another team that we have to, you know, really big up on is Boston. We already lost 2 games. We lost the game, the beginning game, and the game in that mini playoff thing that we lost. Oh no, the game after we lost, that we played Boston. And I mean, so I think we already 2 games down to Boston this year. So we need to pick up these next 2 games to break even. You know, not that we're going to get close to them, but who knows? You know what I mean? You know, not wishing no ill will on no other team or nothing like that. But, you know, a lot of Knicks fans always talked about how Porzingis is a skeleton. You know what I mean? He one little slip wrist and he fall down on the on his leg and he's hurt for the rest of the year. You know what I mean? That's how Knicks fans talked about him when we wanted to trade for him. So if something like that occur, you know what I mean, we can, you know, accumulate some wins. We can chirp and see if we can get somewhere close to the first position or something like that. But we really need to try to stay where we are now, 4th. I really want us to try to pull in 3rd. So that means that we have to, you know, really get some wins and hope that Milwaukee can lose a couple of third. Milwaukee's in 3rd now, right?
That's correct. Mm-hmm.
Right. So we need to get some wins together to supersede Milwaukee. You know what I mean? So we can get to that 3rd. That 3rd position, really the 2nd position is where we need to be, so we can miss Boston until to the Eastern Conference Finals. But I could take a 2nd or a 3rd position. The 4th position is a little hard because the next game Boston plays you know, 8th, and then we'll play. I think they'll be the 2nd round for us. And I'm not saying that I'm not even nervous about Boston, especially with all our guys coming back and nothing like that. But I want it to be a bigger game. You know, the playoffs, the ECG Eastern Conference division game. That's what I want to see us playing. You know, for us to strive to the playoffs to beat in Boston.
Yeah, real quick, I'm gonna bring my man Ron in the building with Ron. Appreciate you coming in. What's good, my brother?
I'm good. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What's happening, my brothers? Yeah, man.
My back is hurting today, Ron.
Oh man, I'm sorry, brother. I know the feeling, man.
It was worth it, man. It was worth it, man. That was a dynamite show yesterday, my brother. Real talk, man. That was really a true good marathon, man. So I just want to salute you on that. But then thanks for having me on, man. I really appreciate it. It was a good look, man. I mean, for everybody to come out and the content creator community to come on in and represent is big for us, man. It's big for the whole content creation family. You know what I mean?
Word up.
Yeah, and I'm glad you pulled that off, man. So to everybody who came on the show, the Knicks Brew Crew, MBK, you name it, Uncle Freezy, what's my man name? State, all of them, man. I can't forget.
Yeah, organic Knicks. He was in there.
So many, man.
It was so many. It was like AJ was in there. It was a Tony Crow. Oh yeah, the MBK crew. Yeah.
I finally got Jarrell on the show.
It was good, man. But yeah, man, I just want to say thank you, man. It was a pleasure being on, man. Like I said, I had to find the time for that one. I ain't gonna miss when the brother gave me an invite. I got to make sure I represent, man. So it was all good, man. We appreciate you, my man. Real talk. That was lit right there. That was an all-star weekend for sure. But you know what, man, Ron, now that we about to get back into the swing of things, man. You know, we just was going over the schedule, and right before I chime in, let you get the thought that, you know, Shot Power, know what I like? I'm happy about the schedule too. A lot of the teams, I'm glad we playing Boston. I'm glad we playing Cleveland. I'm glad we playing Milwaukee and Philly because we're going to see them teams in the playoffs. You know what I mean? So it's like a precursor to what we're going to see when they get there. Like, so it's good to go out at the end of the season because we're going to be battling them like it is a playoff spot because we trying to, you know, jockey for position, everything like that. So it's really so dope that we get to play these guys before we get into the playoffs at the end of the season. It's like a warm-up, you know what I mean? And I think that's going to be big for us because we play everybody in our division: Boston, Cleveland, Milwaukee, Philly. We got all of them. We don't got Indiana no more. We got Miami and all that good stuff. So I'm pretty excited about that, man.
There's two of me.
Yeah, that's all right.
Let me, you know what? Let me do this. Let me leave and come right back. It's the YouTube and the StreamYard app are not working well together. I can't use it. I don't like it. I'm out. Okay. I'll be right back.
Yes, sir. But yeah, Sha, you know, I'm really excited about, you know, playing these guys, man, because I think it's just going to be a warm up. So in other words, we could say we just played them 2 weeks ago. We seen them do this, we seen them do that. You know what I mean? So we can make our adjustments with these guys because we just seen them cats. We just played them cats not too long ago. So I think it's going to be really dope that we get to play them again and all that good stuff, man. So, Ron, are you still there? Oh, my bad. I want to make sure you there, Ron.
I think I am. Hold on.
I didn't want to mention I took the wrong one off the scene because you had two of them. But
yeah. No, we good.
Okay, man. What do you think about the schedule, man? This last, you think we're gonna be able to get that 50 wins or what?
Whew.
Tough. It's gonna be tough, man.
it ain't gonna be easy. I do like the fact that we got a lot of home cooking, man. A lot of home cooking is nice.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
But remember, we still got a lot of tough games against really good competition, and we still are one of the few teams that will eventually, when it's all said and done, have played Boston 5 times and played Milwaukee 5 times. So I think we got maybe 2 more left with Boston, and maybe 1 more or with Milwaukee. I'm not sure.
Two of Boston, 1 with Milwaukee.
Got it.
Yep.
Right. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be. I mean, I just want our team to be able to play full, healthy. At least if not 100% healthy, give us 90-95%, man. Let us go out there and really represent what we got. Don't let us be out here rocking with 75% of our team. That ain't the move.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you because I'm predicting the Knicks to do the damage if they fully healthy. You know what I mean? Obviously, if they're not fully healthy, then my projection changed how deep they can go in the playoffs. But I do believe if we at least get Anunoby and Randall back, I think we'd be okay. At least them 2 dudes. I mean, you talking about not only an all-star, but one of the premier defense players in the game. You know what I mean? So even if you didn't get Mitchell Robinson back, I do think if Randall and Anunoby get back in March and give enough time to get themselves in rhythm by April, and at the end of the season, I still like the Knicks' chances of going deep in the playoffs. But if we get all of them back, and then that's what it's predicated on to me if they healthy. And like Jay Boogie said, they ain't about to name Knicks on the front of the jersey about health. You know what I mean? So Jay Boogie for that one. But I like our chances, man, because you know what? I'm trying to not be overly optimistic, Shot Power, but I do know before these injuries, we were playing some damn good basketball. We was lighting the league up, bro. We was putting the league on notice before these injuries took place. So I'm hoping that when we get back, and we were doing that without Bogdan Bogdanovic and Alex Burks and all these guys. So I do think that if we can weather the storm, get everybody healthy, we just going in and put all the chips on the table. Let's go and get it. Let's see what happens. But I like the energy that's coming out of the New York Knicks fan base, and even on a lot of the like you said, the BSPNs and I call them BNT too. Turner Broadcast. Kenny Smith gonna get on my nerve. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys. Look at, I just never seen so much Nick bias in my life. I'm like, come on, God, you want to get credit where credit due. I know you mad because you didn't get the GM job, Kenny Smith. I know you mad because they didn't draft you. They took Mark Jackson. I understand, Kenneth Parker, that we cut your husband when he used to play for the Knicks years ago, Williams. I get it. So, but damn, you got to give these cats their flowers, and they just kind of overlooking the Knicks, man. I'm glad though because real bad boys move with silence anyway. Let sleeping dogs lie. That's why y'all sleeping on us. But when it's time to put up, so we got a defense that's going to help carry us through this thing. Not too many teams can do what we do. You know what I mean? On the defense side of the ball, only 5-6 teams can do what we do in the NBA when it comes to defense. And I think that's what's going to be our staple in the playoffs. And let's hope Shot Powers it come to fruition. Tiz got the cat locked in, and we get it popping.
Yeah, like I was saying, man, our biggest thing is to get a couple of our guys back soon, which is DiVincenzo, Bogey, and Ahart. You know what I mean? That's the start to getting us back into rhythm. And then we'll get sometime in early March, I hope we get Randall back. And then right after that, we'll get OG back. And right after that, we get Mitch back, hopefully by the middle of March. And then we have a good little stretch from March until April to get those guys a little bit more inclined into what they were doing before. And rock April all the way out. You know what I mean? And I think even with the 3 guys that hopefully we'll get back on the 22nd, I think we'll be a better team. You know, I think we'll be a better team out there. So that's my biggest thing is hoping that that we can get DiVincenzo back, we get Ahart back, and we get Bogey back. You know, we get him back on the court, you know what I mean? And that's really going to help us going down the stretch until we can get back Julius Randle. I think a couple of games before Julius Randle gets back with those guys that I just mentioned to really help the team, you know, get us some wins under our belt, get some wins under our belt until we get Julius Robinson back, until we get OG Anunoby back, until we get Mitchell Robinson back. And then we go from there. Then we have another regress because these guys have to get back into the lineup, get that burn in their chest again. most definitely they're going to be a game or two after they're going to probably be sore with all those ailments because they're starting to aggressively move their body back to the NBA level and stuff like that. So we'll probably have a couple of games with them on, then maybe another game to regress, and then they'll come back and stuff like that. But once we can get all the guys back on the court, I think going into the playoffs, with a little bit of wind under our wings, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, real talk. Hey, real quick, I'm gonna put it up there and let's look at the standards right quick, the NBA standard, and this is why I still think we got it. Well, reason why I keep bringing up the 50 wins. Boston 7 more games for now they'd be at 50. Obviously, Cleveland Cavaliers that have 14 wins, they'd be at 50. Milwaukee 15 games, they'd be at 50. Now you see why I want to get that 50th win because now we need 17, they need 18. That 50 win, I think all these 4 teams right here, I'm going to have to throw Philly and Indiana's only one. They 19 from 50. But I don't think their defense is going to be able to sustain the rest of the way to me with Indiana. So I do Indiana won't be in that top 4. I do think without Joel Embiid, this is the top 4 to me. But, we still need that 50 wins to get into that 4th seed.
Right.
And that's why I look at why I think the 50 wins is so important. But I do think, look at where we at with Milwaukee, man. We right there. That's why the games against them at the end of the season is important. This is going to be a matter of hitting here. And I think Cleveland going to lose quite a few games. They got a tough schedule coming up in March. So, and we got Cleveland as well. You know what I mean? So, that's why I'm looking forward to this last 27 games because we play all these guys up there: Boston, Cleveland, Milwaukee, Philly. We play these guys. We got Miami, we got Orlando, and Chicago right now. They in the play-in. Atlanta's in the play-in. So I think with the way the schedule might pan out for, we play everybody there. And I do think if we can get on a good streak when these guys get back, then I do think that we will be in the top 4. Maybe I wouldn't doubt if we get up to the top 2 because I do think the Cleveland Cavaliers, as hot as they've been playing, but if you look at the team, they just like us, they've beaten subpar teams. You know what I mean? They just lost before the All-Star, but they did lose to Philly without Joel Embiid. And that's probably one of the toughest teams they played in the stretch they've been playing at. So I do think they might lose a couple of games here and there. So it's going to be really be a tight race all the way through, man. Ron, I just think that we just got to tread water, like you said. I do think we could do 17-10. I really believe that.
I think so too.
Yeah, like you said, especially with the home schedule. That's where I'm really. I'm vibing off the home schedule that we can play these home games the way we've been playing at home. We've been pretty good this year. And at the beginning of the season, I think me and Shaw Powell said that we got 82 games this season. We win 35 games at home, we could, or something like that, whatever, you know what I mean? So, and right now we're looking at our home schedule. We pretty good on at home. Well, we 19 and 8. So if you win 10 more home games, 29, that's not bad. You know what I mean? So we got to see how this thing goes. But I think the schedule is going to be real important moving down. The conference going to be strong. I think the top 4 teams that you see now, I think might be the teams that stay there. What position that 2, 3, or 4 might be, I don't know. Whether Knicks be 2 or 3 or 4, but I do think Milwaukee might get a little better because they got Patrick Beverly on the defense side of the ball to help for the loss of Drew Holiday. You know what I mean? Because that was their biggest thing was losing Drew Holiday to me. So now that they got Patrick Beverly there, he's a little pesky dude. He'll make it hard on a couple of guys that's on a point guard and 2 guard spot. So they got a little bit better there from a defense standpoint. So, and I think they'd be okay. Cleveland, we'll see. But I think Philly, no Joel Embiid, big problem. Big problem. And I think Indiana defense is just not there to do what they do. Because real quick, if you look at the road records, we 500 on the road. So we know we're not bad there. Milwaukee under 500 on the road. Cleveland been playing good on the road, 17-8, and Boston 17-9. So we'll see how that pan out. But Ron, as you look at that schedule, man, what do you think? You think the Knicks can capture that three spot or that Cleveland spot, depending on injury? From an injury perspective, we get everybody back. How do you see the Knicks? Where do you think the Knicks may land? I know it's only a guess, so I'm not holding you to anything. Where do you think the Knicks end up between that 2 and 4 spot?
Well, first off, let me just say, isn't it crazy? When's the last time we were able to say the Knicks actually played good at home?
Ain't that something?
Jalen Brunson effect, man. Let me tell you. So we're a different team. I actually think when it comes, I mean, I know, like you said, Cleveland's been playing great basketball, but you know, they've been able to take advantage of the soft part of their schedule.
Mhm.
So they've been getting fat and you know, eating their food, and that's what, you know,
Cakewalk.
we want our Knicks to do.
Mhm.
But when I look at every team in the East now, with now that we know the trades and things that the teams have done, to me, the Knicks are the second best team in the East. You
Mm.
know, so that's where I think I expect when it's all said and done, the Knicks should finish no lower than third seed. It's
Mm.
either 2 or 3. I think if anything, and which sounds crazy, 4 is a disappointment. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Four is just we snuck into 4. We should be 3 or 2, no worse than 3. And I think even with the additions of Patrick Beverly and how that does help, you know,
Mhm.
I still think the Knicks are better than them, man. I just
Mm.
think when everybody's healthy, we just got a better team. It's a better oriented roster, and I think we got the same amount of scoring that they got.
Mhm.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I like our chances, bro.
Oh yeah, good. Yeah, I agree with you, man. And I'm glad to hear you say that because I do think we loaded, man. I mean, we got like 5 guys on our team right now shooting over 40% from downtown. Though the league is shooting over 40 down there, but we got snipers on there. We got defenders. We got playmakers. And you know, and I know a lot of people concerned about the ball handling in the second unit at the Brunson go out. But you know, I do think that we got guys for 18 minutes, 13 minutes, like Shaw would say, like they'll be okay. You know what I mean? Like Duke McBride, he might not be the greatest playmaker in the world, but he ain't turning the ball over like that neither. Not crazy
Right,
turnovers and
right.
stuff like that. So I think Josh Hart can handle the ball. You got guys who can like Bogdan, he can handle the ball. You know what I mean? So I think we'd be okay from a turnover perspective. Now, for getting the team in the rhythm and all that stuff and setting up plays, that might be a different story. But I do think we can weather that by just how good our bench is. I think they
Well,
deep enough. Yep.
no, I don't want to cut you off, Divine. I was just going to forget my point, and I was just thinking about it when you said something earlier. Just when you look at the team construction, the way we are set up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Shaw knows this too, bro. Like you guys, you knew what we dealt with last year versus Miami, and just going
Yes.
through all that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at this team construction, if everybody's healthy, and even if we don't have both Mitch and Hartenstein, if we get both of them, I mean gravy, bro. But
Right.
if we don't have both of them, if we just have one of them, right? We got the person in the paint that can help enforce and make it difficult. You got a strong rebounding presence as well.
Mm-hmm.
You already know the ability that OG Anunoby has shown and what he lends to this team.
Yep.
The scoring from Julius Randle, the 3-point shooting that we've now got from DiVincenzo, Brunson, you're adding Bogdanovich and Burks,
Mm-hmm.
right? And even Deuce has been
Yes.
shooting the rock pretty good from
Facts.
3. I mean, come on,
Facts.
man.
Yeah.
So you got all of these different ways to score. You've got really good defense. And the X factor is the fact that we have a closer in Jalen Brunson, a
Yes.
man when you need a bucket can get the bucket.
With the
To me,
buck.
that's the key right there, and that's why a
Mm-hmm.
lot of these teams struggle. No matter who their superstar is, sometimes that superstar is not the bucket getter. When
Mm-hmm.
you don't have a bucket getter on your team who can get that last shot, I think that's where you're a little bit at a liability, a little bit of a weakness. So I'm feeling really good about this team.
Yeah, you know what's interesting that you bring it up, and then even you look at the Milwaukee Bucks, like you said, Dame, he clutch, but you know where he gonna be clutch from. He gonna be clutch
Hmm.
from outside. It ain't like he gonna break down the defense all the time and get down there. So I think that bode well for the Knicks because you just gotta throw a pesky dude out there to hawk him all day long in the closing minutes. And Giannis, obviously, he gonna get his buckets down low, but with the trees that with Anunoby, Mitchell Robinson, you know what I mean, and so his buckets won't be easy in crunch time neither. Opposed to
Right.
Jalen Brunson, who could get it any damn way. I mean, he could get it inside, outside, upside, downside, hitting you from every angle. Salute Method Man. I mean, this dude get it from all over the place. So I think that's our advantage. Like you said, we got to close it because I'm gonna tell you something. That Houston game the other night solidified Captain Crunch to me. We need a bucket to send that shit in the overtime. Jalen Brunson gives my man a jazz step, fades back and shoots over Jalen Brunson and knocks it down all net. And it wasn't from the bad call, we might win in the overtime and win that game. So I agree with you 100%. We have a guy who could close, and I think that also with these guys being healthy, shot powers, You won't get that double teaming that much when Julius Randle is in the game now. You know what I mean? It's different when you got that about 7 guys and the only one who could score like that is either Alex Burks or Bogdan. You're not going to be double teaming Jalen Brunson that much if you got Shinzo and Julius Randle and Anunoby out there. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of teams are going to try to do that in the playoffs. I think that might be to their detriment though. Because I do think Shinzo can knock him down just like anybody else can. I think Randall, when he can get to the bucket, and Anunoby can get to the bucket. So it's gonna be interesting, man. I like the makeup, of this team and going into the playoffs. So let's see, man. But I'm excited. I do think that we got a good chance of going there, like Ron said. I think that 3rd seed against Milwaukee, I have no problem with it. I think if we healthy, we got enough big bodies now. That was our Achilles heel.
That's exactly where I'm coming, Devon.
Yeah, that was our Achilles heel before we traded quickly in RJ and them. You brought in the guy and to replace RJ, who's bigger, stronger, defense juggernaut, and don't demand the basketball to get scoring. You just let him go in the corner, let him knock it down. He get put on the floor, go and dunk it on you. But, so I'm excited about these things, man. And much as we might be getting on Alex Burks right now, obviously, he's not going to be shooting like that once everybody get back. You know what I mean? He's going to be
right.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be the case, man. But I think overall that they should be ready to go, though.
And guys, could you imagine? Just think about how Tibbs likes to stagger the the rotations, having Brunson on with the bench unit or Julius on the bench unit. And obviously when it's the bench unit, you don't have as much protection. But now we do. You want to double Julius Randle? Let him kick it right out to Bogdanovich and see what happens. Or let him get it to the other corner and Burks is over there. Oh man, I can't wait.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna just allude to both of what you guys said, because one of the biggest things is those teams that we just mentioned, the Bostons, the Milwaukees, the Cleveland, haven't seen the team that we have acquired now. We are not the same team that we were scuttling about in the beginning of the year, talking about all these 6'4" guys on the team. We got guys that are 6'7" now, 6'8" now, 6'9" now, that can grab rebounds and also assist the basketball. We got different playmakers that's on the team than when we played Boston the first game of the year, or when we played Boston that game after the mid-season tournament thing. You know what I mean? They didn't see OG on the court. They didn't see Bogdan and Alec Burks on the court. So it's going to be a different way we see these teams now prior to when we see them earlier in the season. So this is just is going to, for me, is going to be I'm even more amped to see us play these teams now, especially I want to see OG out there. You know what I mean? Especially that I want to see Mitchell Robinson coming back this year. Especially that I want to see Burks and Bogdan get acclimated into Tom Thibodeau rotation. Those are the things that we haven't seen, and also the other teams that we mentioned haven't seen either. You know what I mean? So once we get back into the swing of things, these teams are not the team that you played in December is not the team that you play in March. I'm trying to put a soliloquy to Big Pun. I mean, to Fat Joe. You know what I mean? Today's price is not yesterday's price.
Yeah,
yesterday's price is not today's price.
Yeah, real talk. And listen, I want to go into this segment then with the roster. The reason why I want to go to the roster because I'm going to piggyback into the buyout, but I want to show everybody what the roster look like right now, and then we'll piggyback into the buyout market and all stuff like that. But I'm looking at this roster right now. Obviously, we got DiVincenzo, Toppin. Good job, Toppin, man. Even though you lost that dunk contest, I think they was biased. I think it should have been you and McLong in that dunk contest last week. So I think that was just a straight because with Jaylen Brown, you cannot tell me that dunk that he faked the what's his name? D Brown. That was whack. That was
horrible. One of the worst dunks I've ever seen in my life, bro.
For real. And they gave one wasn't there 50. Jacob Toppin, good job though. And obviously we got Alex Burks rolling down there, Bogdan, Deuce McBride, Josh Hart, Dwayne Washington Jr. He don't get to play too much. Shoot the pressure to Chua playing hell of a good basketball. Oh my God! Then you got Jalen.
Was not a throw-in.
Yes, and Randall. They're obviously hard. So we got a lot of big bodies. We used to be small, but look at Jerome Dennis, 6'10", 6'11", Hartenstein probably 6'10", 6'11", Mitch 7 foot, Randall's. So we done got a groove from a size standpoint. But I think these two guys are the X factors right here. Precious Achiuwa and Anunoby. Man, so I think when I look at the buyout market, who do we bring in here and why do we need them? Because Tibbs not going to play everybody, I'm assuming, right, guys? Like with 9, 10 guys that we always say. So do you guys think, after you look at this roster that's out here, do you think we need somebody in the buyout market, or we just stand pat and roll with what we have? What do you think, Ron?
I think the buyout market is important because, as you can see, I mean, we've already seen that's that thing. You know what I mean? Like what's that thing, that saying they say, like, if you ever hurt yourself and get surgery, once you get surgery, it's never the same.
Right.
You know, Knicks this year have battled these injuries, so now the guys are getting injured. You just don't know how to be down the stretch. So you gotta, it's better to have somebody sitting on the bench not playing and being ready when the next man is called up, to then not to lose out and watch everybody else snatch up all these guys, and then if God forbid we get hurt again and there's nobody to point to and say, hey, come in, we need you. So yeah, but that's why the buyout market is good, because those guys have been let go of their other teams. They know their value is a lot lower than it's ever been, and so that the expectations are lower. So you can put them on the bench and they can rock.
Yeah, that's true. And for me, I'm Shaw Powers. Mook Morris is probably the only one I don't have a problem bringing in, because I know he itching to get that ring too. You know what I mean? He want to get a ring in his career. That'd be a good way to close out his career whenever he closed it out. But also he got that type of mentality to play in New York. He played here before when Julius Randle first got here. Him and Julius Randle was them dudes. With Bobby Portis and them guys when they first came to New York. He's one of the guys I'm interested in the buyout market, just due to the fact he's familiar what we do in New York. He understands how we get down over here and all that. So I think that he might be a good look. And if you look at some of the names that might be out there, David Beatrons, no defense. Evan Fournier, no. Joe Harris, no. Marcus Morris, about him. Gallinari is going to the Milwaukee Bucks, if I'm not mistaken. Killian Hayes, Corey Joseph. I like Corey Joseph. He's an underrated player, man. He might not be a starter, but he gives some good quality minutes at the point guard spot. Corey Korkmaz used to be with Philly. He went to I think he went out there to didn't he go over to Cleveland? They must have let him go. I think they might have let him go recently on a buyout. Thaddeus Young, I think he's going to the Phoenix Suns, ladies and gentlemen. I think Thaddeus Young going to end up out there with Kevin Durant and them. Robin Lopez really don't need, unless we know somebody wasn't coming back. Victor Oladipo hurt. Bogut Knight, no. Daniel House, he played with the Knicks for a few minutes a couple of years ago. And them about the kind of the names, but I don't see nobody on that whole thing to me other than Mook Morris that I think I would want on the Knicks right now. I definitely don't want no Nerlens Noel. That's a wrap.
Because I was about to stir it up. We about to let go Taj Gibson for his good service, send him a little money, go back to Brooklyn and bring in Nerlens Noel, and maybe even bring in more Mook Morris to finalize that 15-man rotation. That's what I think we're gonna do. I think I'm popping junk now, but I'm not a big fan. But I think Tom Thibodeau, he knows what he can get out of Nerlens Noel. He knows him. He like guys that he's coached, and let it be known when Mitch was out in 2 years ago, what was it? 2 years ago, year or two ago, when he was out in the playoffs. Nerlens Noel, he can't catch a ball for nothing, but he could block a shot if you try to contest him. So maybe we might get a Nerlens Noel, but I like the pick for Morris. The only downside to him, he might want minutes. You know what I mean? That might be the only downside to him. He might want to he might not want to be that 13th, 14th man sitting on the bench. He might want to get out there and get minutes. I mean, the only way you can do that is by beating out somebody else. And, maybe he can, take somebody else's position. I don't know whose position he could take. I think he's a small forward. I know I was popping junk Boulevard. I was just popping junk by saying Nerlens Noel. I don't think we need Nerlens Noel, especially if we could get Hardenstein back. We could always run a 3-man rotation until Mitchell Robinson come back with Hardenstein, Sims and Precious Achua. I was making a big joke. But like I said, Tom Thibodeau does like his guys. You see, we got Burks back. You know what I mean? You see, we got Burks back. I'm not saying that, I'm antsy to see Nerlens Noel, Mr. Palm Tree out there, Butterfingers out there, back out there, you know what I mean? But, Tom Thibodeau does like his guys. He know what he can get out of Noel. And, not to be said, but Noel can get out there and grab some rebounds and block some shots for you. He can't hit can't hit the side of a barn. I forgot the saying how that goes, but he can get out there and play some defense for you and grab some rebounds. He can do. It's no doubt, no question he can do that. But to shoot a short jump shot or try to catch a behind the back pass with Butterfingers, nah, I don't know he could do all that stuff. But I'm just throwing jabs out there by saying Nerlens Noel. I don't think the Knicks are really looking to get Nerlens Noel, but I'm high to look at the big. I'm trying to get the word out. The reputation. I can't get the word out. The big downside to getting Mook Morris is he may want some minutes. You know what I mean? That's the only downside to him. You know what I mean? And I don't know if I don't know if the Knicks really want to get a headache going into the playoffs.
Yeah. Hey, Ron, what do you think? What do you think of anybody we need out there, or you think we good where we at?
I think, you know what? I think I like Mook Morris, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I loved him. I loved when he was here because we had nobody else that could step up, and he played great. I mean, he played way above what he ever played before. Like that was the best we ever seen him. And he's not that same guy now, but he does give you that toughness, that enforcer type thing that we need. The only thing that worries me about that is I want it from Mook Morris. I don't want it from Julius Randle. So you know how sometimes when a guy comes on the team and kind of instills some tough-nosed play, some of the other guys kind of pick that up and think that's what's necessary. No. Julius, keep doing what you're doing. Stay in your mental mindset.
Right.
You already tough enough and do what you got to do. If Mook Morris comes here, let him be the enforcer. Let him take some technicals. Let him get thrown out of some games because we don't really need him like that. But it shows the rest of the league you can't come in here and punk the Knicks. We got somebody that will, slap you in the mouth a couple times if that's what you want. You know what I mean? So I like that part of it. And I wouldn't be mad. I don't want Nerlens Noel. But if the Knicks came back and we had Mook Morris and Nerlens,
right,
and they rounded out our bench and, they sent some of those other guys that are like the 14, 15 man down, I'm cool with that. I'm okay. I'm still hoping that somebody else is going to pop up on the buyout market that's like a guard of some sort. Still don't know what's happening with Chris Paul. I don't know what the deal is with that. But anyway, somebody that we can like that is a veteran type that you just know if we need somebody and maybe Deuce is getting the minutes, but he's just not giving us what we need. I mean, I love the kid, but it's gonna come a point where he's gonna have to step up and show his stones. You know what I mean? So we need when you're trying to go all in, you got to make sure you got the horses. So that's what I mean.
Yeah, you know what, and I was thinking that right before you came on. I was thinking about the same thing. I think we might need another defense-minded, a 3-and-D guard, like you said, a guard. It don't have to be a point guard. If a point guard is fine too. A 1, 2, or a 3 who versatile. And I'm with you on that. And the reason why I don't have a problem with Mook Morris, just in case somebody get injured. You know what I mean? A freak accident. It shit happens in the NBA. You in the game, step on somebody's foot. As you can see, we injured like now. Right. I like Mook Morris for that reason because we lose somebody, he can come in there and make up for that. Whether the Chew or Ananobi. Yeah, I like that because he can knock down the 3. He got the mid range. He, like you say, he tough as nail. He might take the basketball, slam it on somebody else's head like he did my man in Washington. So I like my man. He's really gritty, East Coast basketball player, Philadelphia. You know what I mean? He played for the New York Knicks. I like the Mook Morris thing because you gotta have dogs to beat some of these teams like Miami. You gotta have dogs out there. You know what I mean? To be able to say when Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo want to act a fool, Mook Morris ain't backing down for nobody. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I like that, but I agree with you with the guard thing. I would like to see a guard who pretty much get on both sides. Because once, if you look at our second unit, obviously Deuce McBride, I'm concerned that he might not get his minutes. I hate to see him lose his minutes because he's been playing some damn good basketball. I mean, the kid is coming to his own, and we can always use his defense. So Alex Burks, I think he can give it to us. But now you're talking about him and Bogdan at the 2 and 3. Bogdan is not. He's an underrated defender. He's not the creme de la creme, but he gets it. He can get out there and make it happen. He's not a slouch on defense. Let's say he average. So that's good enough for me when you got Chua and you got I'm gonna say Hartenstein. I do not think Mitchell Robinson loses his starting job. Tibbs never did that. I think Mitchell Robinson comes back, go right back into that starting lineup, right back in there because he don't. I never seen Tibbs. He didn't like Mitchell Robinson don't deserve to get reprimanded. He was playing damn good basketball for the New York Knicks before he got hurt. So I do think that usually what Tibbs do is when whoever the starter played the starter role, and Hartenstein been doing a damn good thing too. So, but I think having another guy, a 3-and-D type dude, whether he a 2 or 3, I'm not opposed to that in a buyout market. But if we don't do anything, I'm still good. I'm still good with the roster, with the way we probably constructed. So we'll see how it goes, man. But I think this team is pretty much set in stone. Go ahead, Ron.
No, I was going to ask you the list of names. Was Ish Smith available?
He's on another one. He is out there. He is out there on one of the websites I had. I think it was Hoops Hype. They had Ish Smith available.
I mean, listen. If you tell me we got the money, because I don't know how much buyout money we got. I don't know if we could do 2 players, but if we could do 2 players and it winds up being Mook Morris and Ish Smith, I'm okay with that. Because I mean, he don't give me everything that I'm looking for, but Ish Smith knows how to handle the rock. He got some scoring in him. He's a journeyman. He's played on like every team you can think of. He wants to play on the Knicks. We could add to his ledger. So
right, and that's Clyde Boyd.
right. So I wouldn't be mad at that. Those are two nice pieces to have on your bench. And listen, they both not. I don't think Ish would complain. Maybe Mook might want to get out there and mix it up a little bit, but at this point in your career, man, you've done all this stuff. You've never really latched on and become a real big focal point to a team, except in your early days. You should be happy to be on a contender. We are the team that we've always looked at before. Everybody want to jump on the Lakers, Miami. We the Knicks. Now we that team. So come on over here and take the back seat. And if your number's called, step up. That's it.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, man. So I'm looking at this thing Thursday. Like I said, it all goes down Thursday. We back on the fold against Philadelphia. I'm excited, man. I can't wait for some Knicks basketball to start, man. I'm like, when you get my age, you ain't trying to let the days go fast, but still, I wish this shit hurry up and get all past before we can have some Knicks basketball back in the fold, man. Because I count these days, man. They just need to slow down. But when it comes to Knicks, we need to get back at it, man. Thursday, man. But I think we go down there in Philly, try to handle our business. Not try, excuse me, I might be using the wrong word there. We go in there and put a conscious effort in to win that game. We need to win a couple of games. We lost 3 in a row, Shop Hours? Not 3 or 4. So we need to find a way to get them games back. So I do think we need to go out there and go down in Philly and win that game. Then obviously Saturday, the big game, probably going to be a primetime game, 8:30 Saturday, Knicks and the Boston Celtics. Wouldn't that be crazy if one of our guys come back up in that piece that day? Oh God, but I don't foresee that. But I'm just ready for this March thing to get here, so we can get loaded and go into the go into the rest of the part of the season, let the chip fall where they may. I think we built for this thing. I think they constructed a good roster and salute to the front office. They put a good team together. Now we all got to do is let it form like Voltron, man, and then let it all come together and play unselfish basketball, keep doing all the things we talked about all season long, rebounding, free throw percentage has been pretty good over the last second half of the season, been phenomenal, actually. The 3-point shot, we got 3-point guys who can knock it down from all over the place. But I think our staple is our defense. Knicks don't go nowhere without a rebound in the defense. You know what I mean? And I think we can hold on to that. I think we'll be okay, Shop House. I think our defense going to carry us through the playoffs because I just don't think that a lot of teams play defense the way we play. You know what I mean? They play. They don't play the way we play. And I think it's going to be interesting. Man. It's going to be one of the better Knicks seasons playoff-wise that I've seen in many years. Last year was exciting. This year going to be crazy because now the expectation. Now we don't went from being the hunter to the hunted. You know what I mean? So we know now teams know they coming to get the Knicks now. Opposed to a couple of years ago, we was going to get the other teams. Now we up there in the higher echelon of the NBA in the top 4. Everybody looking to knock the Knicks off. You know what I mean? Because now we one of them teams that gonna be hunted all playoff Jalen Brunson seemed pretty optimistic about our team. He feel we can make a deep run. If he feel that way, I feel that way because that's our man right there. So let's hope that it all come to fruition, man. We get out there and just do the damn thing. But so far, so good. I'm excited about the season. Around, I think we had a good year so far. Like I said, if you take away the injuries, the Knicks probably being second right now. With Cleveland at, let's put it like that. I'm damn near about to catch Boston. We lost a lot with the injuries, but I don't make no excuses for it. But I know when you lose 4 starters, or then at 3 starters, I meant to say 2 of your primary bench scorers. I mean, and then you trade 2 of your young guys who was playing dividends to the team also. You know what I mean? And you're gonna take some L's, but I think we'll be okay for sure.
You gotta take advantage of we're dealing with some adversity with the injury stuff, but you got to take advantage of all of the blessings that have fallen in your lap. You know what I mean? Julius has been playing great once again. You know, the concern was that Julius was going to have a off season the way he started the year. We were wondering, is this the Julius off year? Because apparently that was following him. Like every other year, he has a bad year. No, Julius has been great. Jalen Brunson has been phenomenal, getting his feet wet early, just getting back to where he was. Now he's great. He's an all-star. He's showing the rest of the league that he probably should be in the MVP consideration. Then you pull off a trade and bring in a guy like OG. You already see the value he brings to you. So you got different things. Hartenstein on the Tibbs has been phenomenal alongside of OG. You know what Mitchell Robinson was doing to start the season before he got hurt. So you got all of these good things that have been happening. You have to capitalize it. Then you pull off this trade for Bogdanovich and Burks. Nice complementary pieces to come off that bench with the scoring. But here is the X factor, guys. And this is why I'm saying this season is so important. And we got to the Knicks got to do what they got to do to ride the wave and go as deep and as far as they can throughout the playoffs and maybe win it all. You are getting incredible value from Dante DiVincenzo.
Oh my good.
You paid X amount of dollars for this guy, hoping that he could just come in, maybe shoot the ball pretty good from 3 and help where we're lacking, play some solid defense, already have that chemistry. He is one of the best shooting guards in the league right now.
Right.
So you got to take advantage of that.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, man. This team built for now. I know people keep talking about 2, 3, 4 years from now. They built right now, Shop Howard. This team is built right now, and was interesting to me because next year going to be a poor. Here's why. Anunoby, free agent, right? Hartenstein. I think we might lose Hartenstein, ladies and gentlemen. I hate to tell y'all that. I think we're going to lose him. The only reason I think we're going to lose him, I think the Knicks going to keep Precious Achiuwa. Or you're gonna lose one of him or Mitch. You might lose both of them. Who knows?
Oh shoot! And that's my bad. I don't want to cut you off, but that's another thing. I even forgot about the benefit of the throw-in. Precious Achiuwa has been phenomenal. Let's go, baby.
No throw-in.
Yeah, that's what we thought we was getting. Precious Achiuwa. This dude is balling. I'm telling y'all, that Nigerian blood, Niger boy.
And then know what's crazy about it? He giving us the stuff that you want Owie to give us behind Julius Randle. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't. I mean, this cat pulling down double-digit rebounds, and it's only going to get better when all the other cats get back. You know what I mean? Because now the pressure, he don't have to worry about playing all the minutes, though he don't mind 10 playing. This cat 45 minutes a game. It's only 48. But what the fuck? But it's a blessing, man. He is. You know what? I see why they call him Precious because he's been precious to the Knicks. He'd been that and some. I know he was good. But man, that cat, he playing. And that's why I think I looked at when I look at our daily Knicks and so they said 4 players who won't be on the Knicks team next year. I know they had Hartenstein 1, Mitchell Robinson 2. And believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, here's why that might happen. Because of the injury history. Not because of the talent. Because of the injury history. They're going to be like, can we go next year with Mitchell Robinson, even though he only making 12, 13 million, can we only have for 59 games or whatever? It's Hartenstein, Achilles going to be a problem to an 82-game season. You know what I mean? I think all that comes into play when it comes to these guys in the off season because obviously everybody still got the cat out there. They got all these guys out there who they think might be a Knicks. So, but you talking about not giving Hartenstein money. If you lose Mitchell Robinson, obviously you lose Alex Burks, and I think they're gonna sign Bogdan to trade him. They're gonna pick up that option. You know what I mean?
Right.
Pick up the option so they could put him in a trade. But if the Knicks don't get it this year, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. They got fucking draft picks. They got tradable assets. They got aspiring assets. They're gonna go out there this summer and get who they think they need if they don't get over the hump this year. And I think the way Mikal Bridges talking his way up out of Brooklyn. So who knows? I think he's talking his way up out of Brooklyn. He like, I want to go to New York with my Villanova boys. And we're gonna be the first team that win a college championship and an NBA championship. I think Jalen Brunson got all this shit set up.
Josh Hart is doing his best tampering rendition, man. He out there trying, B.
That was the best show the other day when they had him on, when all three of them was on, and Josh Hart said he got hot and he pulled off his shirt, he pulled off his hoodie, and he had the New York Knicks shirt on. I laughed so hard, man. I laughed super hard because all you seen was Bridges go like this. He's like really? So I mean, that may, the off season is going to be something to watch out for. But what's more so to watch out for is how these Knicks get together this year. This team, like I said, man, we went from a whole bunch of 6'4", 6'5" guys to a whole bunch of 6'7", 6'8" guys that are big, that are gritty, that likes to rebound the basketball. And if we could get a steady dose of Mitchell Robinson and Ahard, a steady dose of Julius Randle and OG, Deuce, a steady dose of Brunson and DiVincenzo with a little bit of Alec Burks on the side with Bogdan. We're going to be a team to be very wary to want to play. Like you say, nobody really is going to want to come out and play us. And we got guys that can defend. We got guys that know how to box out around the basket. And we get Mitchell Robinson back. Our heart has been doing a phenomenal job rebounding the basketball, offensively rebounding the basketball. Achua has been doing an excellent job of offensive rebounding. So once we could get Mitchell Robinson back to scare people that want to go down that lane, because that's one thing that people that teams do a little bit more since Mitch has been out. Not as much with our heart in the thing, but they like to try to contest and go straight to the hole. And with Mitchell Robinson being back out there, he's a little deterrent to that. For me, watching him when he was playing earlier this year, and I hope that he can get back to those type of defensive stops without him really putting any defense out there. And I'm just waiting to see Mitchell Robinson out there, OG Anunoby out there, and Precious Achiuwa out there on the court at one time. I'm just waiting to see a defensive lineup like that. I'm waiting to see an offensive lineup of DiVincenzo with Brunson and Bogdan out there, with a little bit of Alec Burks in the corner. Now I'm waiting to see that. You know what I mean? This team right now, the way Tibbs can institute the way these guys get into the game and stuff like that is going to be something to watch, because I said this a lot this year. The Knicks play in spurts. They play offensive great in spurts, and they play defensive great in spurts. Now when you get just imagine Mitchell Robinson and Precious Achiuwa in the backcourt, grabbing rebounds. Who's getting any rebounds if they back there? Who's grabbing any rebounds? Who's getting offensive rebounds after they miss the shot? And I mean, the way these guys, when our team is out there and you got those two guys down there, and you could put three guards out there. You could put Alec Burks, Brunson, and DiVincenzo out there. Who's grabbing offensive rebounds? Who's getting defensive rebounds against? Who's going to snatch rebounds against us unless the ball is way far off? And you got Mitchell Robinson and OG down there grabbing offensive rebounds the way, or at least hopefully the way Mitchell Robinson was and the way OG is doing now. Who's going to contest us? Who knew that Precious defense he can guard 3, 4, and 5? And I mean, who knew that? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And now you got players on our team that can lock down other teammates, and now it's going to be even bigger emphasis. I mean, we'll be able to notice it a little bit more because now we got players to back that player up now. So you got OG out there, then you got Hardenstein out there. You got Precious out there, and you got Mitchell out there. This is going to be something it's going to be. I'm just waiting to March. I can't wait till March gets here so we can get to April so these guys can be back and back playing so we can make a big run in April to the playoffs. I just can't wait.
Yeah. Real talk. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Thank y'all for coming in. It's the Knicks playoff push. Divine Shaw, special guest, but no special guest. But you already know what it is. We got my man Ron found the time to come on this. We'll talk after that marathon yesterday. He in the building with us, man, showing us some love. We appreciate it. I got one question I want to ask you guys. This is gonna be a good one too. If the Knicks when they get to the playoffs and they good, they healthy, who is the X factor for the Knicks getting to the finals? Who's the X factor? I got a couple of them, but one of them I think is the major X factor. Ron, I'll start with you. Who you think will be the X factor on the Knicks to get us deep in the playoffs?
Well, I mean, really, I think I've already given you one.
Right.
And I'll give you two. Okay, I'll give you the second one. I think the two X factors for the Knicks is going to come down to be one, Dante DiVincenzo.
Right.
I think his play is just going to be so important and so pivotal for the Knicks with everything he can do out there in the court. And he's been doing it. Everything you could ask, he's been doing it. So I think he's going to be one. He's a difference maker. And two, I actually think it's going to be Bogdanovich. I think Bogdanovich is already shown us, man. I talked about it a little bit yesterday. I've watched him, but you know what I mean? Like, it's one thing when you see him play for somebody else, you watch the game, like, oh, this guy's good. He's got some game. But when you watch him on the Knicks, you're like, I'm just looking at him like, okay, show me why you're different than Fournier. That's in my mind. I'm like, I know, but I need to see it. And just watching him break down somebody and get to the rack, or just, he got a mid-range, he got the three ball. We haven't seen the consistency yet, but I'm going to tell you it's there, Knicks fans. Like, I think that's going to be big. Like, when teams start trying to do things and limit the Knicks scoring opportunities with their big plays and double teaming, they're going to force these other guys to beat them. And that's where the Bogdanoviches, maybe even Burks a little bit, and the DiVincenzos, all these other guys are going to be really important. And those are my X factors, those two guys.
What about you, Sha?
I'm going to change it up because those were also my two. So I'm going to put two more pieces to that puzzle that Ron laid out. I think Precious Achiuwa is going to be unsung hero in this push to the playoffs. He's been playing great basketball, playing heavy minutes, but he's been playing great basketball. And I think him in that second unit, combined with either Hardenstein or Mitchell Robinson, is going to make it so hard for the offensive team to score, to get rebounds, offensive rebounds. And I think on the other end, I think with Mitchell Robinson and Precious Achiuwa, they're going to clam up and rebound the basketball on the offensive end for us big time. Another player that I'm going to put out there is Alec Burks. Once Alec Burks fits into his role of being that 3-and-D, 2 shooting guard or small forward or whatever it is, and his 14 to 18, 21 minutes a game, I think he's going to be a big factor because I think he's going to shore his shot up, and he's not going to be a la chucking the shot up like he's been doing the last couple of games because he had to. He's going to be shooting the shots that he wants to shoot, and he is a player that I think once he gets to know his role and know when he comes in what he has to do, I think he's going to be a big contributor to what the Knicks do and make this run to the playoffs or in the playoffs when we get there.
You know what? I think all of you can't go wrong with nobody's choice. I think we are all important. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say one. I agree. I'm gonna go with Bogdan, like y'all do. I think my X factor for the New York Knicks to get to the final is OG Anunoby.
I feel you.
And the reason why I say that, he's gonna have to play Jason Tatum. He's gonna have to play Pascal Siakam. He's gonna have to play Giannis. I mean, he's our defense stopper. You know what I mean? I think if he can go out there and slow that some of the team's best player down a little bit, I mean, he ain't gonna stop him, obviously. So I think I'm gonna have to go Bogdan and I'm gonna have to go with Anunoby, just because I think Anunoby gonna be taking on the best player on the court every night. Every night, you know, he's our Quentin Grimes of
6'7", 6'8".
Yeah, and playing some of the best dudes in the league. You got to play Siakam, like I said. They gonna be in there. You know, you might have to switch them out. Devontae Murray. They look like they in the play in. If they get to the playoff, you gonna have to play Jimmy Butler. You know, you gonna have to play what's that cat? Bonchero. You know, this cat got to play all these dudes. You know, so if he come back healthy, I think if he can come back healthy, I think he's gonna have one of the biggest tasks. You know, so I just say X factor because I just think that if his defense be there, we got a chance to go to the finals. I just think he's gonna come in there every night and get on the best player and gonna try to lock them cats down. And you know, so but you know what, like DiVincenzo, unbelievable. You got it. That's why I said none of these things. I think they're all X factors. I just was curious of who would y'all would pick individually, but that just goes to show you how deep this team is too, though. That we literally could pick different guys, and they all X factors in my book. But man, so that's why I like this team, man. I think we got guys. If these guys step up like y'all said, it's game on in the Eastern Conference. I'll tell you that right now. If all these guys step up, it's game on over there. So I'm pretty excited about this team, man. But
that's a big fact, Divine. And like to prelude to that, you know, another big factor to the game is Julius Randle coming back. And I'm not looking for Julius Randle to be quasi all-star Julius Randle. I'm looking for Julius Randle to get out there and get 8 rebounds, 18 points, and 5 or 6 assists, because I want him to draw that double team like he usually does and kick the ball out so he can, you know, get those guys, set everybody else up. So I think he's also going to be a big factor to what we do. It's so, like you said, you could talk about every player on the team. Mitchell Robinson, if he comes back, with him rebounding the basketball and Blase Blah and Quasi, you know, keep going. We could talk about every one of the guys, but I think Julius Randle could be a big part of that bringing us to the play. I don't need him to be all-star Julius Randle, but if he could get us 18 points a night, shooting with a good percentage, and grab about 8, 9 rebounds, 7, 8, 9 rebounds out there, but get us 7 assists a night. That's going to make us a way better team.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You know what? And Ron, whenever you get a chance, I would love for us to do a segment on match up the Knicks against every starting 5 in the league. You know, I hopefully time to play again, I have a chance to put something together and do it. Like how do the Knicks match up against Boston? How the Knicks match up against Cleveland? Because I do think if you roll out Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle, Anunoby, DiVincenzo, and Jalen Brunson, I don't think too many teams in the East got a better starting lineup than that. I really don't. And you could count Milwaukee with Giannis and Dame Lillard and all them. I'm so interested to see how our starting 5. I think Mitchell Robinson gets back at that center spot, and him and Anunoby gonna be a terror on the defense side. Man. Good. So it's gonna be interesting to see how these cats operate. I'm so giddy about these dudes, man, because I think that Anunoby's pickup was just huge for the New York Knicks. He's like that Charles Oakley type dude for us. You know what I mean? On the defense side of the ball, physical, built, guarding the best dudes out there, man. It's gonna be fun, man. I'm really super excited about this thing, man. I can't wait till this thing go down, man. But listen, I know we got the All-Star coming up, and I know everybody want to get ready to get settled in. Ron, thank you so much for coming in, my brother. You know we appreciate you, man, for sure.
Ron, I got your math now, man. I'm gonna give you a call, man. I think we need to do a 2-on-2. You know what I mean? Me and Divine and you and John. You know what I mean? We'll talk about it in the background sometime this week, coming up or something.
You know what? It's funny, you guys. You're already taking my thoughts are already in your brains, because I was thinking I actually was gonna reach out to you guys earlier this week to see if you guys would be available this Monday. But then when I came up with the idea of the All-Star Weekend All-Star panel, I said I'm gonna get them both on here, so maybe we do something the following week. So I'm with you, Shah. I think that's a good idea. It's about time. I don't think it's happened. It hasn't happened yet.
It will. Yeah,
great mind.
So to my brother John, man, you know, man, listen, man, Y'all brothers, man. You know, like I said, man, you got to give all this content creative flower. But Ron, I'm so happy to see the way you got out there and you came on MBK. You started growing. You're growing, man. I mean, it's just beautiful to watch. I mean, and I say this sincerely, not because you're on the show, but because I know you. You are one of the most talented content creators out here. I mean, and you could tell by your journey and your maturation through all the, because we all started out as newbies on this thing. You know what I mean? We was like, okay, we get on this thing, we're gonna get a microphone, we're gonna get a platform. But you know what? The NBA report kicked off, Know the Ledge. So I'm so excited for everybody. Even my boys Hector and I'm excited for everybody out there, especially Morning Brew Crew, all these guys. And a lot of us been doing it a while. A lot of them just got in the game. But you know what? One thing I can say about it, everybody that come in this game, they respect each other. You know what I mean?
Right.
Whether it be, if I know this guy going this time, I'm not going on. I'm gonna wait till he go off, or I'm gonna go on before he go on, not try to go on at the same time he go on. I think this community is well respected in that aspect, where we always give each other. They know I do the pregame show. They get Divine in the pregame show. Me and Shop Howard. They know you do the 11 o'clock thing on Saturday. Nobody don't really try to jump in and steal. You know what I mean? And I respect that so much about this community, man. And that's what I love about what we do here, man. Everybody got respect for each other, man. I think that goes a lot. That says a lot about who we are as people. You know what I mean? Because some people can get stuff and try to steal likes, try to steal viewers and all that stuff. But it's not even about that. It's about everybody getting to share this Nick content and put it out there for all our fan base. And it's love, man. I'm really excited about what we do over here as a community, man. So we just got to keep this thing going. But yeah, man, I definitely want to get on me and you and Shop Howard and John do something, man. I think that'd be so phenomenal as well.
Yep, no, 100%, man. I thank you for the kind words. I appreciate it. Mm-hmm. I'm just happy that I've been able to, thanks to John for pushing me to go along with doing this whole thing. I've just been happy that I've been able to find something in a space that I truly enjoy. It's nothing better to me than being able to talk Knicks with fellow Knicks fans and people that, I can now say I'm just not talking Knicks with anybody. I'm talking Knicks with my friends. So I definitely enjoy that and appreciate everything that's coming in, and meeting new people and part of the community. It's been fantastic. So just want to keep it going, man. Keep doing it. And I'm hoping that we can get to a point where, you know what I mean, we can start growing as a community and people can start expanding and really pushing what we can do out here. Because if we could actually get some monetary growth from this thing and we can continue to put back into the show, I mean, the community has no idea what type of programming and what type of great content we can do with a little bit of extra help.
Yep. Absolutely, man. I can't agree with you more on that one. But listen, man, I know everybody ready to get into what they need to get into. I know I'm gonna go ready to get settled down. Watch my boy Jalen Brunson go out there, do what he do in the All-Star game. I hope he only play 5 minutes and get up out of there. I don't care, man. Yeah, just play 2 minutes to get you a couple of buckets, and you already represented for us. But he probably go in there and light it up because ain't too many cats can do what he do in that All-Star game.
Quick prediction. I mean, okay. I think I have my idea. Who you think is going to get MVP for today's game? I'm not watching it. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm just going to find out what happened after, because I hate the All-Star game, but that's just me. No knock on anybody else. But who do you think is going to be the MVP of the game?
I would say, only them would say his name because he's playing home, Halliburton.
Okay. Right. What you think, Sha?
I was going to say Halliburton. If you talk about it in the East, it's probably going to be Halliburton. Plus, they're already in the Pacers stadium and stuff like that. And, he's probably going to want to show out a little bit. So I'm going to say Halliburton. If it's someone in the West, it might be a SGA. Maybe like SGA might want to turn it up a little bit, score 35 points or something like that. But if the East wins and they picking the MVP from the East, I think it's going to probably more than likely be Halliburton.
Okay. I think I agree with both of you. I think it's going to be Halliburton in the East, and if it's the West, because he's been what do you call that? Spurned or left off the All-Star team a couple different times in the past. Devin Booker. I think Devin Booker going to go crazy.
That might, yeah.
Okay, I see that. You know what athlete I was gonna pick? Jalen Brunson. but because of Halliburton playing in Indianapolis, I'm gonna go with Halliburton. On the West, I didn't pick a West. I think on the West, I definitely like that Devin Booker thing.
That sounds good. I like that Devin Booker thing.
I want to go out on a limb and say who I'm gonna go with LeBron James. I think LeBron James might get this last one before he get ready to sail off into the sunset. So they might.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. You know how they be doing for LeBron, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Here, take the ball. Here you go.
Here you go.
But and I forgot because you said something else. But as far as your X factor, I think he is the biggest X factor. When you're OG, listen, we gonna go as far as OG can help take us, man. He's got the tough assignment of locking down these top players. We need OG. Yeah, I think so, man. He come back, we good to go. It's gonna be exciting, man. This thing's gonna be. Listen, we might as well strap in, get our seatbelts, buckle up, because this next 25, 27 games gonna be tremendous. This is when you get to the playoff atmosphere type already the precursor to the playoffs. This run, these last 25, so everybody jockeying for position. This is where the NBA really truly sets it off after the All-Star break. Now everybody fighting for something. And it's gonna be great. It's gonna be some good basketball. Let's hope the refs don't mess everything up and shit. But but it's gonna be some fun basketball. I'm excited about it. This is the best time to be a NBA fan, and especially with us being a New York Knicks fan, knowing that we right there.
That would be funny. Yeah.
Oh man, that we right there for the taking, man. So it should be fun. But listen, let me get our last words, man. We're gonna get up out of here for y'all and get into your pregame mode and everything. Like Ron said, he's not watching it, but Ron, I got a feeling if it ain't Tyrese Halliburton, I don't think there's nobody in there can stop Jalen Brunson in the All-Star game. Ain't nobody got the footwork to match with that. I don't think so. And they don't play no defense, no way. Jalen Brunson messing around go with 50 tonight. They ain't playing no defense.
Don't you know what? If you're gonna watch it, you're gonna tell in the first quarter. You're gonna see how people moving. If Jalen look like he's trying to get it, you're gonna see it.
Right. That's true. That's facts. But yeah, shout out to your boy, man.
Ron, thank you for coming on. I just sent you on your text. That's me. Salute to you, Divine, as always. Salute to the chat. That's where it's at. Buckle down, like we said. Let's get it. And soon come the 2-on-2 with me and Divine, Divine and I, and Ron and John.
That should be fun.
Sounds good, brothers. I can't wait, man. Y'all close out the show. Appreciate y'all as always. Let's go. Knicks Real Talk with Divine and Shaw. Let's go, Knicks. We out.
Peace.
Yo, salute to the chat. That's where it's at. Everybody, thank y'all for coming in, man. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you to my man Ron, still Knicks fan of the ability. Make sure y'all go in there. You already know who he is, but go in there, hit his like, get his subscribe up, and all that good stuff. And we'll see y'all cats on Thursday, man. Thursday, Knicks back in the fold. We get it popping, man. And it's all good. So salute to everybody in chat. Thank y'all for coming in. It's the playoff push. Divine Shaw, Ron, still Knicks fan of the chat. Everybody, man. Peace. We'll see y'all. Shaw Powell, my brother. I'll talk to you.
You're ready.
All right, peace.
Peace.
Knicks fans, yo, we coming hard.
Time for this real talk, like Saturday night, we live, we outside, vibing in them orange and blue skies. Cause the truest God in the streets of the city that never sleep, getting you geek, right before the New York Knicks compete. They'll be on that Friday like the Knicks ship, we dripping the Knicks drip, take a trip, get with SB Staten Island up in this bitch, cause it's the brand. You understand how we do, my man, there's no propaganda, always stand on business for the Knicks brand. Me and SB, feet tapping in the streets of Manhattan, be peeping the action, right before Knicks in the heat, get it cracking. It's game time, time to fly in the world most famous street. It's about to lock your team up, after you serve just like a subpoena. You know the demeanor, Knicks fans feeling real giddy and litty. Got a New York City gritty, committed to beat the city by 50. About to get me a nice slice, nice with all types of spice. Get a smart water ice to play the order with my smart device. We in the city so nice, they made it twice. We get a pop in the Apple Watch, we got the whole record pop stomping on their Apple Watch. The Big Field Talk, team streaming on YouTube.com. The truth is a good move, we spot on, dropping bombs. For the carpet, we got a spot sit, dropping that hot shit. Content that we have visions up in your head, enough said. You know, us stand up the guard, niggas about to get in their bag. Go back and cash and fly back to the triad or jet lag.
Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing with my peoples right here. Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing with my peoples right here.